This project shows a server with multiple clients. The server is attached to a humidity and temperature sensor, and that creates an access point that the clients can attach to. This client is an M0 with a Charlie wing for the display. This is an ESP Feather 32, and then we also have a web client this is connecting to on an iPad. This project uses two Huzzah 8266 devices and has one as a server, one as a client. Again, I have a temperature sensor providing data that's displayed on the Charlie wing on the server and on this OLED on the client. And then there's also a page that the iPad can connect to while connecting to the same network. This device uses a Adafruit PDM mic, and I'm capturing sound through that mic on the left next to the radio, and that is then being averaged, and a maximum value is noted there. There's also a web client that this can connect to with a reset button on the iPad, as well as a physical reset button on the circuit. This device uses a VCNL4040 proximity sensor. We have near, far, and medium. This device uses the RGB capability of the ADPS 9660 sensor, so we can see the levels of red, green, and blue in the light that's shown on the sensor. An access point is created so that a client can connect. This client is using an OLED where we can see the values, and then the iPad is also connecting to that client to show the values. This sketch shows temperature being recorded into the M4 Express. When that temperature reaches 90 degrees, the onboard LED of the M4 will turn red. This sensor does take a little while to react. Here I'm using just a French press with some hot tea in it, although the tea wasn't quite as hot as it could be. So there we go. And then once that turns red, it will stay red until the temperature goes down to below 90. This is just a teensy inside of an Adafruit feather adapter so that you can use things like a Charlie wing and other feather products. This is the APDS 9960 with gesture control, left, right, up, and down. Here we have a capacitive touch sensor on one device, which then creates an access point that other clients can connect. And we have just wires right now
11.
for the capacitive touch sensors.
7.
Each one of those is mapped to a different
3.
number on the LCD.
0.
And when it
3.
hits the client, we're showing that on an OLED.
3. 7.
And then we have the soundboard, which is playing
7.
the sound associated with that number. There's also a web client
7.
that we connect to on the iPad
7.
that can show us which sound is playing.
0. 0.
Here we have a server that is
Merry Christmas.
providing a connection to a sound
Frosty
effects
the
board,
Snowman.
and then the client
I'm
connected on the Android is allowing access to play the sounds. Here we have an RFID project, which is accessible with a card or a fob. We have a card here that will open the circuit. We have a fob that will also open the circuit and show my name. And another card that is not authorized will show denied. And then we have a card that also has my name embedded in it to show who I am.